Hey guys, Aaron Farmer here with MySugarFreeJourney.com, and today what we're going to take a look at is the question, does a ketogenic diet cause hair loss or hair thinning? So I first became aware of this question because I had never really thought about it, because I know it's hard to believe because my hair is so thin, but my hair loss pretty much stopped because I was balding already before I started the ketogenic diet, and it's pretty much stopped. And yeah, it's thin and I'm definitely balding on top, but it stopped once I started the ketogenic diet. So my personal experience with it was that it stopped it. I'm not saying that I'll do that for everyone, but in our 28-day challenge room, which you can find at mysugarfreejourney.com/28day, one of the ladies in that room complained of a little bit of hair loss when she started going keto, and I thought it was such an interesting question that I wanted to do some research on it and find out how common an issue that was. And what I found was interesting enough to do this video and to make a blog post about it. So let's take a look at what the science says. So first of all, I did a search for scientific papers that correlated the ketogenic diet to hair loss. I was only able to find one, which was interesting because it's clearly not a common issue. It was a problem called the ketogenic diet. Adolescents can do it too. So this was an interesting paper. This was a paper that this was an experiment rather, that put 45 adolescents, so ranging in age from 13 to 19, on the ketogenic diet. They were all epileptics, and they did it in order to see the effect of the ketogenic diet on their seizure control. And pretty much universally, they experienced some really, really massive control over the seizures, some massive reduction in the number of their seizures. But in the side effects section of the paper, we find this paragraph. It says, 2 individuals reported an increase in seizure activity, 2 thinning hair and or hair loss, both of which was corrected with vitamin supplementation, 2 reported increased bruising or bleeding, and 2 subjective reports of stunted growth. Again, out of 45 people. So in 2 of the 45 participants, they reported some hair loss. Here's what we know. Number 1, any dietary change can result in hair loss. Sometimes our bodies aren't thrilled with changes to our diet, no matter how healthy the new way of eating is. So it's not unheard of to see a little bit of hair loss in the first couple of weeks of a new way of eating, first month or two maybe, or on any new diet. It's almost never anything to be afraid of, because the hair almost always comes back once the body adjusts to its new way of eating. So it's usually not anything that you need to be concerned with. We also know that low calories can cause hair loss. So when the study turned to reporting the weight loss of its participants, it had this to say: to mimic a starvation state effectively, each patient must be near to his or her ideal weight as possible. Therefore, we frequently plan for weight loss in our participants. 27 of the adolescents reported a reduction in their weight during the time on the ketogenic diet. 7 specifically exhibited an unintended weight loss of greater than or equal to 25% of their initial body weight. So these were people that were already at or near their ideal body weight that lost at or near 25% of their body weight. That's a ton of weight. And you can't lose that much weight without some fairly severe calorie restriction. So one of the issues might be you're restricting calories too much, and the body's responding by losing weight. By losing hair. When you cut calories, the body reduces the number of calories used in non-vital systems such as reproduction, menstruation, and hair growth, which could result in hair loss. So if you're starving yourself on a ketogenic diet, restricting your calories, trying to lose weight as fast as possible, just stop that. You don't need to do that. Eat something and see if that stops your hair loss. We also know that both low fat and low protein can influence hair loss. Sometimes when a newbie starts keto, they're all gung-ho about the low carb part of the diet, but they forget the other 2 macros, which are high fat and moderate protein. Sometimes they're fat phobic, so they end up not eating enough fat, and of course fat is important for all kinds of different systems. Hair loss is one of them, or hair growth is one of them. And sometimes they don't eat enough protein. Of course, protein is important for hair growth as well as also hair strength. So we want to make sure that we're eating a well-formulated ketogenic diet that's not just low carb, but also high fat and moderate protein. And that will usually correct both of those issues. Also, Vitamin and mineral imbalances can cause hair loss. Another common misstep that new ketoers do is they don't eat enough salt. Salt is incredibly important. Now, I'm not talking about that over-processed Morton salt that's just pure sodium. I want you to eat a more a real salt, like a sea salt, Celtic sea salt, some kind of Himalayan sea salt. I use Redmond's real salt. Love it. It's a fantastic product, and it has a lot of trace minerals in it, like zinc, magnesium, iodine, all of which are important for hair growth. So another common mineral deficiency is vitamin D. So you need to be going outside, getting at least 15 minutes of sun on as much of your skin as you possibly can every day to make sure that you're getting plenty of vitamin D. It should be noted that in the study I quoted earlier, both people that experienced hair loss got it corrected with a vitamin supplement. So you might want to take a vitamin supplement, take a multivitamin, see if that corrects the issue as well. If you're light in some mineral that maybe you're not expecting, a good multivitamin will kind of fill in those gaps. I get my multivitamins from Pure Vitamin Club, which is Vinnie Tortorich's vitamin company. I love them. They work great. You can go to mysugarfreejourney.com/PVC. That stands for Pure Vitamin Club, and get a bottle of it, see how you like it. Also, you can get their magnesium supplements, which is another common mineral that most people are light in. And I prefer Vinnie's magnesium over his multivitamins. You can take them both, but I make sure I take that magnesium as often as I can, especially since I work nights, I sleep days, and sometimes it's nice. I take that magnesium almost like a sleeping pill. It works great. But the important thing to remember here is that if you are on a ketogenic diet and you start experiencing hair loss, it will almost certainly stop really, really quickly. Keep an eye on your total caloric intake, keep an eye on your macros, keep an eye on your salt intake and your vitamin levels. And of course, if problems persist, you're going to want to see a doctor and see if there's not some underlying issue that's causing it. But usually it'll just stop. Usually you won't even notice. It'll slow down after a while, and then the hair loss stops. So if you've watched this video this long, do me a favor and give this video a thumbs up, and hit the subscribe button, and maybe come on over to the blog. We'd love to see you there. Links to the actual blog post will be in the information section below this video, so you can come over and get links to a bunch of other stuff. If you're wanting to try the ketogenic diet and you want to get into a really fantastic support group and some meal plans and some training, we do all of that over in our 28-day challenge room. You can go to mysugarfreejourney.com/28day and sign up there, and you can see some really that support group is awesome. Lots of people are reporting a lot of weight loss in that group. So love to see you over there. Appreciate you for watching, and we will see you later. Bye-bye.